guys, if you haven't guessed already, today I'm in an R34 GTR, Godzilla itself. This is the first time I've been in a GTR, so let's experience this together. I'm gonna tell you how the car feels, starting from the beginning, getting in the car. Now this car comes with Recaro seats, and the seats are very comfortable. I thought my Evo 9 has comfortable Recaro seats, but these ones hug you even more. Now, when you first get in the car, you'll see that everything is driver focused, everything is pointing towards you. Now, you might be weirded out about this being a left-hand drive R34. So this car has been imported from Japan all the way to UAE, and to match the rules and regulations, the car has to be a left-hand drive because it hasn't passed 25 years old yet. So the center console hasn't been changed, which is a shame, but we still got the legendary R34 screen that everyone knows about. Anyway, so let's start. The clutch is not that heavy. Oh my god. This just feels amazing. As you can see, the screen just comes on. You got the boost, the throttle, injection, oil temperature, water temperature, exhaust temperature. I don't even know what you need that for. And I think that's the intake temperature, which is at 28 degrees. That's not very bad right now. Okay, let's do this. I'm very excited. Okay, let's switch this off. One more interesting fact about the R34. It doesn't only have a reverse gear lockout, it has a first gear lockout, so that when you're in second gear, you don't accidentally shift into first gear instead of shifting into third. Okay, let's do this. I'm very nervous. Okay, the car, it was pretty easy to get off with the car. As you can see, I drive a manual on the daily, so I guess anyone who drives a manual can drive this car. Well, the clutch is a bit jumpy. If you can notice, the car is like notchy, it just wants to go. I'm like gonna ease into this because I really don't know what to expect. Second gear, okay. Whew. The car is very jumpy. Oh, the brakes are very tight. I barely touched those brakes, and okay, let's see if we can get used to this. I'm trying to like baby the car, 2,000, 3,000 RPM and shifting. Whew. It feels like this car doesn't want to be driven slowly. It doesn't want to be babied. It just feels like it wants to go. And I thought my Evo was planted, but oh boy, when you get in this car, it's planted. You could feel the all-wheel drive system in this car really like holding you in place. So we're in third gear, cruising at 2,000 RPMs. Just gonna ease into it. We still didn't even hit boost in this car. The throttle is a bit on the heavy side. Oh my god. This car has an aftermarket clutch because you could hear the rattle, and when I started like taking off with the car the first time, I had some issues. The car was a bit like, you could feel the clutch was a bit too gripy, and the brakes are just like, it's like empty, and oh my god, all of a sudden it just like holds to dear life. First gear, easing, okay, 3,000 RPM. I really don't want to push this car because I don't know what I'm in for. As I said, this is the first time being in an R34, and I tell you, this is not an ordinary car. This is not just like any other Japanese car. I've been in Supras and I wasn't this nervous to drive them. I think we could like ease onto the throttle. You could hear the boost already at 3,000 RPM. Oh yeah, here's the thing I want to tell you now. These cars were Japanese spec cars, so you got the turn signals on the right and you got the windscreen wipers on the left. Now that's something to look out for in an R34. Second gear. This car is really planted. Even you can feel it at low speed. So let's do like a small pull. Now I I've been driving this car for the past 5 minutes and I could say I got the hang of it. I haven't tried pushing the car because obviously this is not my car. One thing before I forget, I would like you to go here and check Mr. Ahmed Dinar's Instagram page, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have had this amazing opportunity. Okay, I'm gonna go a bit hard on this roundabout. The car is really planted. Even older people that you could tell are not interested in cars, literally look at this car. It's like, it's a neck breaker. Now R34 stock come with 276 horsepower, but that's part of the Japanese gentleman agreement where all the Japanese automotive companies agreed not to have cars over 300 horsepower, so you don't get in this sort of horsepower war, and then people might get hurt within the process. So they say the official numbers for this car is 276 horsepower, but I've seen videos on YouTube where people have tested bone stock R34s and produced way more than 300 horsepower. Now there's one more thing I would like to point out in an R34. Like, when you get in this car and start driving it, you instantly know that you're not in a normal car. The gauge cluster, the infamous R34, I wouldn't know what even to call it, screen with all the gauges. Like, I'm not gonna even go in details on this. You can find other YouTube videos. My channel is focused on how the car feels to drive. Specs and all the other bits and pieces around, you can find them anywhere, but I'm focused on how the car feels. So like I said, when you get in the car, you know instantly that this is not a normal car. The way the seats hug you, the way you're sat in the car, the attention it gets, is the spoiler. Like, the spoiler at the back, it's not even like higher up like the Evos, it's just right in the middle, just taking almost everything of your rear view. You cannot even use it anymore. It's just there in the middle, in your face, just telling you I'm there. I really like these seats. Now unfortunately I can't tell you whether this is a good car to daily, but I think you know the answer. Who would get an R34 to daily it? That should be illegal. I'm on second gear, driving 40 kilometers per hour at 3,000 RPM. I'm already hitting boost. You get down and the boost kicks in. It's like Godzilla screaming at you, and just hell broke loose on you and pushes you in your seat. And just the more you push it, the more planted the car feels. People can't have enough of looking at this car. Everyone just thinks, everyone, literally. This car is just a legend, and the moment you get in the seats, you just know why. I mean, look at this. I'm going around the roundabout at 40 kilometers per hour. One hand, I'm barely touching the throttle. The car is just doing everything for you. It's not even wobbly. Like, the Evos makes the Evo feel like a belly dancer with a broken ankle compared to the all-wheel system in the R34. It doesn't have the best names. It's called the Tessa NTC Pro, which I'm not gonna even try to remember what's an acronym for. Okay, let's do one more pull. First gear. Just, you could hear Godzilla screaming at you from the back seat. The first gear lockout, I don't know about that. I mean, I guess it's helpful if you're taking this car on the track or drag racing the car, but for a daily, I don't know, it's a bit annoying. Like, I'm cruising with the car by the beach, just enjoying the weather, enjoying the views, just trying to enjoy my car, and every time I get to a speed bump, I have to remind myself about the first gear lockout. It's something you definitely have to get used to. Oh, and the brakes are just mean. They don't joke. Those brakes are no joke. The moment you touch those brakes, you're stopping. One more thing I like about this car is attention, if that's what you want. You can see people's eyes just glossy, just the way they're looking at you, seeing an R34. It's their lucky day. It's not every day that you see an R34. and Godzilla screaming at you, and the blow-off valve, the turbo noises, the exhaust note, everything about this car is legendary. You could just, I love the fact that you see the GTR logo everywhere. You see a Nismo in the tachometer. You see GTR at the speedometer. GTR in the steering wheel. It's just, I don't know. You probably, I'm speechless. So overall, the car is perfect. I can't think of one thing other than the first gear lockout and the spoiler, but come on, it's an icon. It's an iconic spoiler. You see that spoiler, you, in fact, straight away, you know that's an R34. That's no joke, that's Godzilla. I like how the car, just the way you are in the car, you're part of this car. You do feel that there is a lot of car around you. The car is, it's heavy, it's big, it's not a tiny nimble car, but the Intesa NTC Pro makes it up for it. The all-wheel drive system, the all-wheel steering system makes up for it. It's like they used new technology to make the car feel like an old tech car, to make it feel classic. It's like the best utilization I've seen of technology, using technology to make the car feel right, make the car feel like a pure driving experience, just giving you that pure driving experience, the pure pleasure. Now I'm gonna have to give this car back now, so I'd like to say that I upload a video every Sunday. If you haven't seen my last video, it was about my car. I drive an Evo 9 MR. You can check out the video right here. I'm gonna put all the links in the description. You can find Mr. Ahmed Dinar's Instagram page in the description. Go follow him, give him some likes, check out the Instagram page. It has a lot of pictures of this car. Stay tuned next Sunday for a more exciting car. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again soon.